Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to look at if the M9100 GS derailleur can replace the M8000 derailleur. So first is the shifting of the original M8000. Here I have the Shimano 11 by 46 tooth. So both upshift and downshift one by one seems pretty smooth for the original setup. And this is without the clutch engaged. So next, I think I'll engage the clutch and see what happens. So here I engage the clutch and then shift to the largest cog one by one. It seems pretty smooth, other than a hiccup happened at the 37 to 46 tooth. Then shifting down seems pretty smooth. The multiple gears at the time. Yeah, again the hiccup when shifting to the largest 46 tooth. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, always a hiccup there. I think that's the common design flaw of this 1146 tooth cassette. And we need to keep in mind that we need to follow Shimano's instruction when tightening the cable. Okay, and next what we should do is we change the derailleur. First we need to check the chain length, make sure it's 5 or 6 additional when you have a full suspension bike. So here I counted, it's the largest cog plus the crankset. Then we should leave 5 to 6 links, excluding the magic link. It's always a good practice to, when you change your derailleur, check your cable, check your derailleur hanger to see if it's bent. So here the technique that I use is that I always check the same location for the wheel. So here you can see I always specify the same point for the wheel, just in case that your rear wheel is not true enough. So what I usually do is I will check 4 points, up and down, left and right, to make sure that the derailleur hanger is not bent in any of the 4 locations. Alright, so I think the derailleur is just slightly bent, but it's not bad enough to influence the shifting for the original 11 speed. So I did some tuning over there, but not really significant. Okay, check that again to make sure it's pretty in good shape. Alright, derailleur hanger check is done. Next, it's time for us to install the brand new M9100 GS derailleur, so it's a medium cage. Then we need to set the high limit screw before installing the chain. Need to center that at the smallest cog. Here we need to keep in mind that the installation of the B screw. Okay, here's another thing we need to look at is when we tighten the cable, we need to keep in mind that for different model, the way they're doing it is different. Okay, now let's connect the chain and see how the shifting goes. Okay, and after getting the chain on, let's shift one by one without the clutch engaged. It seems pretty smooth when shifting one by one, upshift and downshift. But I have to be honest with all of you guys that shifting from the 11 gear, which is the smallest cog, all the way to the 8th gear, they're all really smooth, no problem at all. But the problem is when you're shifting through among the 3 largest cogs, then you will probably have a problem. It's like whether it's hard to get on the largest cog, or it's hard from the second largest to the third upshift to the third largest cog. So I think the reason is this shifter is mainly designed for 1045 application, and but this one, the largest tool is 37 plus 46. Then there's a big jump there, which will cause some shifting issues. It's not an ideal shifting scenario, I would say. So here's the clutch all the way engaged. You can see the lowest sprockets or smallest sprockets, they all work fine, but there will be some hesitation for the large cogs. So B limit adjustment for 11 speed, just keep from 5 to 9 millimeter between the pulley and the largest cog. And for the 12 speed, you need to use the largest cog and make sure the mark is aligned with the largest cog. What I eventually got is that I need to make the 45T marker a little bit inside, which means less B-screw tension to make the shifting look good. Otherwise, it will have some hesitation over there. Okay, now here's the comparison for M8000 GS, XTR 12-speed GS, and XTR long cage. We can see the pulley, they're designed quite differently. Then there's 7100 and 7120. Also, design is slightly different for these two models. Okay, so now drawing my conclusion here is that using the 12-speed GS rear derailleur on the Shimano 11-speed 11 to 46 tooth cassette is kind of challenging to adjust among the largest three cogs. The reason for that might be there's a 9-tooth difference between the two largest cogs, while the 12-speed cassette with 40 to 45 tooth cogs only have a 5-tooth difference. And the design of the rear derailleur M8000 GS is not as the same as the rear derailleur M8100, 9100, or GS. So both pulley wheels and the cage length are different. So the 9100 GS cage is half an inch shorter than the M8000 GS. The SLX 7120 or 8120 might be a better option according to the video from my favorite YouTuber, Love MTB. And additionally, what I found out is that the original 11 to 46 tooth Shimano cassette is not really a good product. It basically replaces the largest cog from 42 tooth to 46 tooth, and that's it. They call it a day, basically. This will result in faster wear for the two largest cogs, because in order to save weight, they now make the largest two cogs aluminum, and that basically means you can only use the original 11-speed rear derailleur in order to get good shifting performance. So my suggestion would be, if you have to use the 11 to 46 tooth Shimano cassette, then just stay with the M7000 or M8000 rear derailleur and check your chain and cassette wear regularly, because the largest two aluminum cogs, they're easily to wear out, and the huge delta, 9-tooth huge delta, will contribute to poor shifting. And I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.